Hey guys, I just got one more to say about that game, and that is wow, what a victory. Um, just a couple things to go over. First of all, to recap, Germany wins 7-1 over Curacao, and that is a big victory to start off the campaign. I know it's not much of a team, but a win is a win, and a big win at that. So Neuer was in goal. He really didn't have that much to do because Curacao is so tiny and they don't really threaten that much. So he made the save. He conceded once. So it's really hard to get a accurate assessment from him from a game like this because he just isn't tested very much. But anyways, I was right on two of the three goal scorers that I predicted last night. I said Musiala, Havertz were going to score, and they did. I also said Sané. He didn't score. He had a one-on-one with the keeper, missed it. So close enough, 2 out of 3. But I did not expect us to get 7 goals. I was thinking maybe 4. 7 was a lot. And for those who remember from 2014, Brazil fans gonna have some real flashbacks about seeing that score on the board, 7-1. I don't even need to explain the humiliations Brazil faced from that. They probably weren't very happy looking at that score, but anyways, a little bit into the match, let's talk about pros and cons. For one, getting off to a good start, scoring in the 6th minute, exactly what we needed. We need to start fast and we need to start strong. The con would have been conceding to Curacao is not. I mean, it's not necessarily con because every team gives up goals, but letting it stay tied, I think it was like 17 or 21 minutes. Can't stay level with them for that long. We got to push through. Of course, um, mostly in the second half, we pulled away, but I'd still like to see us pull ahead of smaller teams faster than that. But Nagelsmann really has this team going. He's got it going to the degree that Yogi Low had. Of course, before the disastrous Hansi Flick era, Yogi Low had the team going. It really reminds me of his management. Nagelsmann, they're well coached, well disciplined. They just play really good football, and they don't make mistakes and they don't have stupid managerial decisions like Hansi Flick was making. They got a competent manager, and it's a well coached team now that Nagelsmann's in charge. So I am very happy about that. Next up, we face Ivory Coast, and that is this Saturday. I think at 3 or 4 p.m. And that's a big game because there's 3 group stage games, and assuming we win this one, we're guaranteed the first spot. I mean, of course, winning today 7-1 was big because if somehow, some way we draw or we finish the group tied on the standings, good chances we have a better goal difference. I mean, we have a +6 goal difference right now, so that's a big help if something weird happens and we end up tied at the top. So that's a big help. A couple things I'll say about the game is first off, Havertz looks so good. I was a little bit skeptical, not of him, but of Germany. I talked about this in the last video. Germany's real inability to find that true striker, but Havertz really looked like that guy today. He looked like the striker that we needed. He scored once on the penalty and then again later on in like the 88th minute or something. So he was really impressive. He's absolutely got to stay in the lineup. And overall, it was a good lineup. Some guys scored that I really didn't think were going to. The defense was great. I was really tough on Nico Schlotterbeck last World Cup because he didn't look good at all, especially in that Japan game. But not just him scoring today, but he just looks so much better than I remembered. So I'm really glad to be pleasantly surprised that he's the player we 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 know him as. I mean, he's starting on the national team. You got to be the best of the best to do that. So I'm really glad he has turned out to be such a bright, you know, a good star at that position. I'm very confident in our defense right now. I think keeping Rudiger on the bench is smart because Rudiger, he makes a lot of mistakes. If you remember the worst one, Neuer had to bail him out. Last year's World Cup group stage against Costa Rica, Costa Rica could have easily gone ahead because Rudiger had a horrible back pass that Neuer had to make a miraculous save on to bail him out. So I definitely feel more comfortable that Jonathan Tah and Schlotterbeck and those guys, Kimmich, those guys are in the defense over Rudiger. But Rudiger's a good sub. So when someone needs a rest or we need a change, Rudiger's like the top guy to go up next in that defensive class. Dennis Undav was really good. I knew he wasn't going to start, but he scored as a substitute, and I think we should keep it that way. I would keep the lineup exactly the way it is. I wouldn't change anything because it worked, and I would do the same thing. I'd probably sub off Musiala and bring in Undav, and he's talented, so I would say bring him on as a sub and see what happens. That's exactly what happened today. So that's kind of my thoughts for today. Make a video before the Ivory Coast game and then after, of course. But until then, just very proud of this team, very proud of how we played, and I can't wait to see how the rest of the tournament goes. I really, really think we have a shot this year. I'm not going to say it's the best shot over teams like France, Argentina, those teams, but I do think we have a really solid chance. And Nagelsmann is a big reason behind that. He's got this team rolling. So thank you guys for watching. We'll be back a little bit later. I'll give you a preview on the Ivory Coast game. And let's go Germany. Let's do it.